Okay, today, last time, we did importing data. At that time, it says, if we have a data, but not all data set is ready to use. So sometimes missing data, sometimes like an outlier and so on. So we need clean data for an analysis. So today's chapter is cleansing and rearrange data. So sometimes we need clean data, and then sometimes we need to rearrange or transform data for our research purpose or analysis. So it says cleansing and rearrange data. We can't assume that all data we acquire is ready for analysis. So for my research recently, I need the data. So I try to find whatever data. Actually, there is no COVID-19 data, state Pennsylvania data, and then actually I needed county data. So the data available, I found a certain data set, and then it was like a county, and then date combined. So in that case, I need to rearrange the date and then county, one county date, and then another county date, and so on like that. So I need to rearrange for my research purpose. Like this, data not arranged in rectangular array with headers. Certain statistics application, Excel or other SPSS and so on, to get something, sometimes the data set column data. Only we can use column data, but sometimes in the date and then certain variable and so on like that. That case we need to change. And then sometimes wrong and or missing value. Then we should find the missing value, wrong value, and then change, clean, get rid of, and so on. So techniques for data preparation, sometimes delete, cut, delete, paste, and copy, and so on, and the sorting, plotting, and sometimes we need find and replace function, and then some advanced functions like an if function, trim, and so on like that. So today, with the example, I will show you how to use those techniques to clean and rearrange data. Okay, first cleansing data. So example data is on Moodle. Then using this data set, example data set, try to find something error and then fix, how to fix, and then kind of popular data error, types of error, sometimes duplicate. Long time ago, when I wrote my doctoral dissertation, at that time I used Korean companies, the telecommunication companies, data they gave me. Data set it was like a customer name and then address and then kind of sales account and so on like that. At that time, it was a very long time. At that time, I look at the data set and then, the address, very familiar address again. What the? So I used the sorting and then I found same address. So it's like a, error or intentionally they produce something, not real data. So I found that duplicate address and then get rid of, clean and so on like that. So sometimes, the social security number or something number or address the same, then I will show you how to find and then how can deal with that duplicate things. And then duplicate kind of birth date and so on. And then, sometimes we use a dummy number, sometimes 999 or something like that. And then nowadays, this one is fixed. When 1999 and then 2000, at that time, we worried about the Y2K problem because, 1999 and then maybe 2099, confused. So we worried about it at the time, but still maybe that kind of problem. So show that one. And then too many categories. This one also kind of an error. And then put around the number, type in number, and then maybe sometimes we miss like add something space and something like that. Then when we use the sorting, then it's like a the order different, something like that. And then suspiciously small income. Sometimes there is no average, but it's like a outlier, finding outlier. And then suspicious outliers, the same. Too small, too large, something like that. Okay, case by case, we can use certain process or technique, function, such. So first, open the data. Chapter 2 example. So I will take this one. Screen. Okay. We'll make this one bigger a little bit. So if you can download this file from Moodle and then try to work together. So finding something duplicate, social security number or a name, whatever. So here, this column, Social Security number. So Social Security number, if we just try this function somewhere, click and then equal, using if function. If function, first logical, argument is first one is logical test. So it's like giving a condition. So this cell, if this cell, next one, if this cell equals earlier one, so first one is an argument, and the first one is the condition. And then if that condition is true, then do something. So second one is, if it is true, then type 1. And then third argument is, if it is false, then what we do. So I will double quotation mark twice, that means blank, nothing. If you type in something, a character, then it show something character if the condition is false. So if function, say again, if function, if condition true and false in Excel, then type enter, nothing, because cell B3 not equal B2. And then I will copy down, cursor, this cursor, place right low corner, that it change like this, bigger cross mark, change small, then double click, then it means like a copy down all the way. Then if it says if they are the same, then type 1. So if there is something numbers, then if we do like equals sum of sum, add all values from this one to all the way down. You can move cursor here and then come on. Move like this, or we can use a short key. Click this cell, Control Shift key, Control Shift, and then the down arrow all together. First the Control and Shift, and then down arrow, then it go all the way down. So sum all this range, enter, nothing. That means there is no duplicate. But because I didn't sort from smallest to largest. Maybe may not find something duplicate because it is raw data. If we sort, then smallest to largest, then maybe the same, near. But this one is raw data. We cannot find. So first we need sort. Click somewhere and then go data and sort. And then based on what the, just a moment, cancel. I will delete this 2 columns and then click somewhere, data, sort. And then we are going to sort using Social Security numbers, SSN, A to G, that means the smallest to largest. Okay. And then do it again. Equals if B3 equals B2. If it is true, type 1. If it is not true, nothing. Or you can do like the 0, type 0. Then close, enter, 0, because it's not the same. All the way down, and then equals sum.
Sorry, can you repeat for the data sort one?
Sort, okay. If I have this one, then it will not work. So okay, here, any click anywhere in the body of the data set, and then data, sort, and then find what condition you will use, what like a variable. So now we use the Social Security number, SSN. And then sometimes we change like a Z to A to Z. But now smallest to largest or A to Z, and then okay. Then now this data set sorted based on this Social Security number, and then find if there is a duplicate, something like this. Then okay, equals sum, add or. So if there is no 1, if it says if it is there is something the same duplicate, then type 1. So if there is at least 1 duplicate, then it will be a positive number, right? So range, I will use the shift control down key all the way and then enter 2. So there are 2 places duplicate. So to find, we may go down and find where is 1. So this case, because I type if it is true 1, if it is not true 0, that case is hard to find like this. So if we hide, if it is not true, false, then blank, then blank, then it is easy to find. Go down and then come on. Here. So here, they are the same social security number. So that case, somebody type wrong or intentionally produce something like that. So that case, whatever, we can delete or change and so on. Okay. So I will delete these two columns. And the next one, sort birth date to check for errors. So birth date, then birth date and age. And okay, let me use age first. Age. Okay, sort again. Age. Look at this. Age is negative number, not possible. You know why? Birth date 08 August 11th 29. It's supposed to be 1929. But this program think it is 2029. So age is negative. So this case, we should change this one 2029. So it's not possible yet. So 2002, 2020, 20s, change it to 19, 0. So here, so using find and replace function, find and replace function. Here, where is find and place here? Find and select under home, find and select. So replace. So here, find 2000. After this, 2002. Find 2002, 2002, change, replace with 1902. So, and then replace all. Close, look at this. You change it, 1929. It was 2029, but this one changed. And then to change this, we need a kind of function, but then this data set sort again about the customer number. sort based on customer number. Then look at this. Other columns doesn't have a function, but first column, year, today, years, C2, and so on. So this is kind of coding, but we will use this coding the same. Oops. We will use this coding. So enter. What the? Something wrong. What the? Something wrong. Go back. Okay. Do it again.
Where is Dr. Key?
He froze on my screen.
Just left.
Okay, who's ever the host, I think you can call it.
Maybe.
I think he must have got disconnected. Let's wait.
Sorry, my side
problem.
connection was not good.
Figure out.
Okay. Let me see. Where is the screen one? Oh, this one. Sorry. You know what? My son also taking a class now, so maybe a kind of conflict. So I use other connection. Okay, so this one, use this function again. just use this function, copy all the way down, and then sort again using age. There is no no negative. There is no negative age. We fixed that negative age problem. Okay, next one.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did we fix the negatives? I guess I missed that. We just sorted the ages.
Go back to sort.
Mhm.
Not age, customer. Then this one has function. So I use that function. The data set, go back to, I will go back, come on. The original data, come on. The original data now, first column, first in the raw age data, it has a function. So I use that function, but this function, like an year today minus this the column date year, and then using if function and then or and functions, because we didn't cover if function, end function, or function yet. So I don't cover this part yet, but just use that function, copy all the way down, then negative age problem solved. Okay. And then whatever. Oops. So copy all the way down, and then so use that function, and then by double click, copy all the way down the function, and then today's the date minus current date, then age. Okay. And next problem, kind of unnecessary space in data set. So sort region. Look at this, east to east to east to east, next north, 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 and then south to south, west to west, and then east again. So if data set is no more, then east, 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 and then north, 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 and so on. But this data set, after west, and then east again. So something wrong. Maybe something like a space somewhere. So get rid of that space or something unnecessary things using trim function. Trim function. So trim function get rid of unnecessary space or something. So click somewhere for this raw, type equal trim, and then text. This one, and then close. Enter, clean whatever, and then copy all the way down. And then copy using first row, click, and then using Shift and Control down arrow, and then copy. And then here, paste only value. And then I will delete this column. And then sort again, region. And then look at this. East, 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 and north, south, and west. Done. So kind of unnecessary space problem solved. So using trim function. And next one, text or number. You know, sometimes the type number and then whatever reason, it changes to like text. Then the value like this, credit card user, if they are credit card user, type 1, not user using cash, then 0 and so on. If they are number, then the same as like this, equal sum add or using Control Shift down arrow, enter. Then it should be something number, positive number if they are number, but it produced 0. That means they are not number, kind of text. So to solve that problem, we can use value function, value. So only we change the text to value equals value. This one change to value, enter, and then copy all the way down. And this one, again, copy. Control paste value only, and then delete this column value. 599 card credit card users. Later, I will show you more if function, but now, if we use if COUNTIF function, range, I will, and then the same. So this one, sum of this range, this one, like count how many one. So using count if, then I count how many one in this range. So the same, so I can check like a double how many. But just to show you later, I will show you a more if function, count if and so on. Okay, next problem, sort income. Income here, so sort income. Smallest to largest here. Age is now 50, but income is only $22. Too small. 25, 43, 55, 71, and so on. Maybe this one we can assume like in 22,000. So omit 1,000. So that case, if data set is not many, then we can type like 20,000 and then 25,000, something like this, by hand, manually. But if data set is like a big data, then it's like time consuming. That case, we can use special paste function. So commonly, they need times 1,000. That case, somewhere, anywhere, type 1,000, and then click, right click and then copy or whatever. Copy using a Control C key, copy, or using right click. And then specify range, right click, and then paste functions, options like this, right? Here, paste special, and then multiply. Okay, change like this. So multiply this one, copy first, and then multiply 1,000 in this range. Maybe we can go back, Control C, copy this one, and then specify, paste special. Maybe we can divide, then go back to original data, because now we multiply earlier 1,000 in this range. Or do it again, copy, specify, right click, multiply, and then okay, done, like this. And also 9,999, maybe this number dummy. When type in customer data, the operator doesn't have the income data for those customers. Then just type in 9,999 dummy number. So that case, we can get rid of or clean and so on. Okay, then outlier problem. Sort purchase and amount. Purchase and amount. Get rid of this one. Sort again. Purchase and add another level, and then amount spent, and okay. Look at this. Purchase 0, amount 0. Purchase 1, 380. Purchase 2, 460. Something wrong. Too much discount, right? 1 is 660, but 2 is 460. Something wrong, right? And then 3, purchase 3. Still something wrong. Purchase 3 items, but only 400. It's supposed to be like 2,000, 1,200, something like this. So suspicious, right? And then one more, something wrong, like this. 9,999, dummy number. So we can add one insert and make a space like this, and then go back. Specify 2 cells, and then using Shift and Control key down, and then it specify up to that point. So exclude something suspicious data set, like 9,999. So we can assume that is kind of dummy. So exclude, separate from the main body. So specify like this, and then try to draw grab kind of a scatter plot. How many purchase, and then amount. Okay. Look at this. So it's supposed to be buy 1 amount like this, buy 2 amount like this. So this is kind of normal, but something there. They are like an outlier. So find those data set and then get rid of or clean. Because normally this is right? So buy 1 and 100, buy 2, 200 something, buy 3, 300 something. It's supposed to be like that, right? But buy 1, 500, buy 2, 500, buy 3, 500. So they are something wrong or something suspicious, like you know what, friend come and then give 10 and then pay 1 like this. So that case we can get rid of clean, those find clean, then something. So we already sort, right? So 1 is okay, and then from 2, up to that point is okay, but maybe they are something wrong. So clean, and then 3, go down. Come on. No, it's 3 here. So they are maybe a wrong data, and so on. Okay. Okay. So far about 20. Okay, take a 10-minute break. 10-minute break, and then I will be back. 7. Come back at 7. Okay. Okay.
Doctor.
See you. I'm back. Okay. Rearrange data. Given data, many given data looks like this. So year, month, year, month, and so on. So sometimes, like I said earlier, to use certain application program, sometimes we need these types of data set. So year, year and month and year, and then data set on column data. So to rearrange this kind of data to this types of data, we can use index function, and then something for this procedure. So go back to data. If we can do this one, then later maybe this one help your research and so on. So data set looks like this. Year, January, February, and so on like this. So first we need store data somewhere. So using something function, store data itself, and then later bring that data. So go back to this data. So specify only numbers. Only numbers. So first, I specify first row of only data. And then using shift control down arrow key, then specify all data like this. Only number data, not column name or this, you know, row name. So only number. And then go to formula, and then name manager. Then click new. The whatever name. I will name data. So store only numbers we need in data. And then OK. And then close. So we store only number data in data. So using a name manager, and the name as data. Then go to next page. So first we start like this: row index, column index. In this data set, this one's row index is 1 because the first row, and then column index is 1. How about here? Row index is 3, and then column index 3. How about here? Row index is 5, column index is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each data has row index and column index. So first row, first column. So first we start now with this column name and so on. And then here, you know, months repeat every 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and then 1 again, and 1 again, and so on. So repeat every 12. So this column index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So column index, we produce column index. You can type 2, 3, 4, 5 manually, but if it is not big data, time consuming, so using function, if function here, equal if, say again, if function argument, first one condition, second one if it is true, third one if it is false. So if B2, this one, B2 equals, not equals, less than 12, if it is less than 12, if it is true, then earlier one, this one plus 1. If it is not less than 12, like a 12, then 1 again. This one, if this one is 12, then it's not less than 12, right? Then type 1. If it is less than 12, like 11, then only 1 plus 1. So add 1 by 1. And then enter. You know, when we use double click to copy all the down, if there is an adjacent column has data, then we can use a double click to copy all the way down, but there is no. So this case, we should scroll down like this. So first, as many as we copy down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 1 again. Like this. B13 less than 12? No. Type 1. How about here? B14 less than 12? Yes. Just add 1. Something like this. And then this one is column index is like a month. And then row index. This row index is year. Year, 12 months is same year. 12 months is same year. And then add 1 by 1. So here, if equals if condition, if B3, this one, if column index is 1, 1 means year change. So if this column index equals 1, then add one more. So add here this one plus 1. Otherwise, if it is not true, then just type the same one. No change. And then because this column has value, so using double click, copy all the way down here up to this point. If this one equals 1, no. So type earlier one. How about here? This one is equals 1, yes, plus 1. So row index 12, our row index not the same. 12 next year, 12 next year, and so on. So we produce column index first, and then row index. And here, year. The start year is 13, so start from 13. And then here, generate years based on recurring pattern. 1 through 12, 1 through 12, 1 through 12, like this. So same up to this point, same year. And then one more, plus 1, 1914, and so on like this. So using this function, if equal sign first, equal if condition B3, if B3, this one equals 1. 1 means year change. So plus 1. So this year plus 1. Otherwise, just type the same year, enter. Then copy all the way down. So one by one, add, right? And then here, month and year, generate month and year. We can use date function. Argument, first value year, month, and day. So first year, this one, month, this one, and then day, we don't have a day. So 그냥 just supposed to be first day. If you want last day, 31, maybe, but February doesn't have 31. So maybe 15th, whatever, but use 1 and then close, enter. And then copy all the way down. And then we can change this one like a month, year, month, year, month and year. That case, we can use this more number of formula, date, and this one is year and month, month and year. Yeah, here, month and year, and month and year change. And then we bring customer price index, those numbers, using index. So we already store data in data, right? So using index, and then the data. So where we store our data. So we stored using a name management manager, store there, right? Data. And then first one is column index, second one is the column index, and then third one is row index. Column index and row index. So row index, column index. So this one, comma, and this one, enter. So bring first row, first column, first row for second column, first row, third column, and so on. So this one, first row, first column, This one, first row, second column. First row, second column is 9.8. 9.8. How about first row? Oh, third column, fourth column, fifth column on the same 9.8. So 9.8, 9.8, 9.8, 9.8. First row, fifth column, 9.7. First row, column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 9.7. And I will copy all the way down like this. So bring first row, first column data, first row, second column data, and so on. And then if you need only 2 column, by the way, I copied all the way (1981), but the data set is until 2009. Then we need like more. This one first. More copy down. Copy down. Copy down. Copy down. Down and so on. So whatever year, then we can copy only 2 columns, copy, and then we can open new worksheet, and then only value, copy only value. Then we can make, oops, you know what, it's only, it changing like a number, so that case, we can change, wow, too many. Again, date. Change the month and date again. Like this. What do you think? Is it hard? But if you know this technique, then it's very useful later. So using index function, and then if you understand why that if a function used like this, then it may be useful for later. You know, on Moodle, in chapter 2, I made one something challenge. This one is quarter data. So you know, this one is not assignment, not an assignment, but a kind of challenge. So rearrange this year and quarter data on one 2-column data. It's challenge. If you can actually this one you don't you cannot use the date function. Not month, year. No. I will change this one, year and quarter. Whatever function. This is the kind of a challenge. I will save this one and then I will save this one. Will change. Yeah. So you cannot use a date function, but figure out how can you produce year and quarter. I will give you a hint later. So if you can complete, this one is not an assignment, but if you can complete this one, and then next class, I will ask you if you can do. Then I will give you extra credit. So try, okay? Okay, I will change. Go back. Go back. So it's kind of challenging for your practice. Okay, try, and then bring your answer next class. Okay, next one couple of more things, not very long. Stripping and transpose. Strip user ID from email address using a combination of left and find function. And then we can create email address, something, you know, the same. Maybe email address, maybe something ID and so on. And then we can do a transpose, column and row. Okay, data again. Go to data. Your email address. your email address. You know, extract only ID. I want to extract only ID. So that case, Excel function left. So we can use left function from this data. From left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cut 7 letters. We can use left like this. But you know, for this Brandon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can do it. Yeah, left equals left function in this data 8. One by one, but it will be tedious and time consuming if it is not, you know what, big data.
So Dr. Kim, we have to do it one by one for each line item. We have to count for each number,
No,
or there is a shortcut
no.
for this.
So I will show you. So it says combination of left and find function. That case, we can do again using left equal left from this data set the same, but the position is certain data, the sevens and eights and so on different, right? But commonly we can find this at. If there is a common letter, then we can use find function, another function. Find what? Because it is a character. So in a double quotation, where in this data, and then close, enter, then it asks one more bracket. What the? It include at. So to change position, one more to left, so -1. So if there is something, you know, a common character or a letter, then find up to that point, and then -1, and then we can do like this. Then if it is even it is big data, use a function and then copy all the way down and then change all of them. And then again, one more. You know, here, sometimes, whoops, sometimes, you know, recently, I don't know why, whatever reason, you know what, Marriott University students email address at m.marywood.edu. So it's like a old email address. So I want to change this one at m.marywood.edu. Or sometimes, later, Marywood University change email address like mu.edu like that. Let me change like a mwU.edu. So it's like I will type like mwu.edu. I want to change all the address like this. Then if we do then like this, Control C, maybe, yeah, maybe other way, but then we can change. You want to change it like this, or that case we can use function end function, end, not A and D. But the symbol, so it equals this one, and type this and symbol, and then it's character, letter, not number. So in double quotation, M Marywood University .edu like this. So this one kind of plus, and this one in double quotation, enter, and then copy, change like this. Or originally our m.marywood.edu. So if you are familiar with, if you can use this end function, then you can do whatever. Maybe you can do like this, equals this one and in quotation mark, whatever. Jenna is nice. And you can do it. Or if you want to add something like a hyphen. And everybody. So you can add using this AND function. So this is a hint. This is a hint. You know, and the earlier one, you know, the challenge problem, the rearrange, the blank, you know, the year monthly data use date function, but for quarter function, quarter, there is no quarter function. So you can use this AND function. This is a hint, okay? Good. And then next one, this one is the last one today lecture. Transpose. Make it bigger. Okay. You know, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is raw data. But if we want to change this one column, just copy and then somewhere change like this, right? Raw column. If you want column data, copy and then you change it to raw data like this, right? The same, just copy. And then you may use paste function here. Yes. What do you think? We can change it like this, right? But problem is, after change, if you change this one, March data are with type wrong, so it's supposed to be 445,333. There is no change, right? So this case, do it again. Delete, and then transpose function. So copy first, and then we need from here 2 column, 3 row, column to the row, then quest transpose transpose first and then copy and enter. Error. So do it again. It says to use this transpose function, Control-Shift-Enter. Copy and paste doesn't work. This transpose column, Control-Shift-Enter. So first we 3 column 2 row. So 2 column 3 row specify, and then equal transpose, then specify, and then control shift control or control shift enter. What the? I specify too many, so do it again. 2 column 3 row transpose equal transpose specify shift control or control shift enter. Okay, look at this, change this one. Enter, it change. If we want to change this one, this is the transpose function. Okay, so I don't know if you need those functions, but who knows, right? Later, if you get a job and then somewhere you may need something data work, then somebody give you data, then you need to clean and then transform, rearrange. It will be sometimes useful. Okay, sorry, feel sorry to give you an assignment. Assignment chapter 2. There is question and data. This one is the first part of today's lecture. So the assignment it gives you kind of instruction. So just read carefully and then just do whatever this one asks, okay? This one is not hard, just follow, okay? Just do it, okay?
Sounds
Here, mistype. Just do it and then upload here. Due is just before next class. From previous experience, last time the student took this class on So this one is not very hard. Okay. Good. So by next. Okay. So next class, we will cover visualization part and some more. Let's name exploration, data exploration using more if function. If function and or function. So more, data, in data analytic or business analytic, data mining, how we can get data. And then after we get data, then how can we handle the data? That is very important. Even if we can do something that like the data mining techniques, we can do that. But if data is not suitable for that technology, we cannot use that technology function. So transform, rearrange, change data skill is very important in data analytics, business analytics, and this area. So if you can use an if function and such functions, then it will be very useful for your research and analysis. Okay, that's all, and see you next Monday again.